Welcome back, trainers, and in this video we're going to be taking a look at myself and Scarlet Witch going up against a Heatran raid using our best buddy Garchomps and seeing how much damage they can do, how long they can last, and how well they do perform with that best buddy boost completely maxed out, as well as clear weather, so they will be getting a boost for their ground type moves. I just have one personally, but she is going to have two on her team. Now I want to show you a little trick here for your buddy Pokemon. So yes, you can go and look at your history and see everything you have, or you can go into your Pokemon and search buddy 1, and that will bring up all the Pokemon that do have 1 heart, and then you just have to put in 2, and then so on up to 5, and then it'll show you the different progressions for your different buddies for how many hearts you do have. I am working on quite a few here, as you can see. I'm kind of slowing down, guys. The Poffin grind is a little bit expensive, and I'm starting to run through them quite significantly, so I'm gonna kind of just slow it down. There is no call for it immediately. I know I was talking about, I personally want to get as many possible Pokemon that can Mega Evolve to Best Buddy, but that is gonna be in Gen 6, and I'm gonna say I'm about 95% sure that Niantic is gonna implement the Mega Evolutions, but not completely sure here. So taking a look at all my best buddy Pokemon. We have a good roster here. The Mewtwo, because, well, that's going to be good against raids. The Hydreigon's Bite is going to be doing that much more damage in Master League as well as raids. Gengar does have a nice breaking point once it does get to level 41, as well as that shiny. Venusaur, it's just an amazing Pokemon, one of my favorites, and completely maxed out. I want to go into the Master League as well as raids using it. The ribbon for it is a little bit off. It's like floating, as you can see here, so it is on its arm like a little patch there. And then we have Lucario, of course, the best fighter, and then my Drapion with horrible IVs. I am working on another one that's a whole lot better than this one here, and like I've said before, I have 2 Drapions with 2 secondary moves, or 3 moves in total, because for now the TM system is absolutely horrible. Drapion has a decent move pool for both quick and charge. That Gengar's ribbon is hilarious, right? So I just decided to make 2 Drapions and call it a day. And yeah, once I get my other one up, I'll probably more focus on that one. All right, so going into these raids here, we have the Garchomp equipped as our buddy, so it will be getting that boost, level 41. We have clear weather. The only problem here is I do believe this does have Fire Blast. That's not a problem. We're going to be resisting it with Garchomp. I think the easiest moveset going up against Heatran is going to be Stone Edge, and the most difficult is going to be Iron Head. Now, if you did have a full team of, say, Excadrill, which will be resisting the Iron Head, then I think that's not going to be as difficult, but there's not too many people who have a full team of Excadrill, but I know there's some of you out there who do. As far as the Flamethrower, it's going to be a little bit spammy. The Fire Blast is just hitting pretty hard. You can dodge that. As you're going to see here, I do dodge as many of the Fire Blasts as I can with the Garchomp to last as long as possible. And I'm pretty much able to last until this Heatran does only have half health. So pretty good stuff here. And like I said, the Stone Edge is going to be the easiest set. If it did have that, I would have been able to last even longer. Seeing ground type on the Garchomp, I will be resisting that Stone Edge. Iron Head is difficult because, well, the Groudons, the Rhyperiors, they're taking, well, the Groudon's taking neutral damage, the Garchomp's taking neutral, the Rhyperiors is going to be getting super effective damage on it, which is going to absolutely destroy it, as well as Iron Head is extra spammy. So yeah, definitely the most difficult move for sure. And then in comes the Groudon here. As you can see, look how long the Garchomp was able to last when correct dodging was in play. And we're looking good here. Now, I guess this is not necessarily a speed run because I was dodging with the Garchomp. If you're looking for a speed run, you're probably just going to attack straight through here. And that's simple as that. So with the boost on the Garchomp, I am going to be doing more damage than, well, I wouldn't say more damage. Well, yeah, it's going to be doing more damage than Groudon, actually. It's a better ground type attacker. Groudon is solid, though, for sure. if you have some powered up. I'm not going to power up anymore because I don't want to, and then we're going to get Precipice Blaze in the future, and then, you know, the Earthquake is what I'm going to have to stick with on those. And you know what Niantic does when they come out with exclusive moves, you're not allowed to DM into them. You have to go out and catch them to increase their ad revenue. So I'm going to play it smart and not power up anymore. I have currently 3 Groudons powered up. In comes the Excadrill here. So the fire moves are actually going to just demolish it. Let's see if I dodge this here. I actually dodged it. Took off a good chunk of my health. I should be able to survive the rest of the way through here. So we did go up against the Stone Edge, and our time was like 101. A lot faster than this. So yeah, definitely Fire Blast gave us a bit of trouble. And not only that, but it is going to be getting a boost on that Fire Blast because of the weather. It's going to be clear or sunny, but at night it's called clear, right? And so there we have it. Just wanted to show you guys the potential of Garchomps. Now this one is going to be Iron Head, and you're going to see how difficult it is. Obviously, I mean, you've probably done one yourself here. But in a duo, it can be a little bit... I mean, it's not going to not able you to be able to duo it, but it is going to make it a little bit more difficult at having you re-lobby. You're going to have to definitely revive your Pokemon and go back in, or go back in with the recommended or whatever you have lined up here. And remember, going up against Heatran, you never want to use water or fighting. If you have nothing else, you don't have enough ground types, then, you know, go for it. But if you have the ground types available and powered up and ready to go, you're more than likely going to want to use that because of the Heatran's weakness to it being fire and steel. And even if you had cloudy weather or rainy weather, the water and fighting types are not going to be outperforming the ground types, even with that boost, and the ground types not getting a weather boost at all. Now let's go ahead and talk about this. Do you want to make multiple Garchomps? Because before the shiny was released, I was warning you guys to make sure not to make a ton of Garchomps or anything like that, because more than likely, I mean, this was a 99.9% chance of Gible getting a community day, right? Because of the way it's categorized. It's in a 10-kilometer egg. It's extremely rare. It's a pseudo-legendary. It's definitely something that's we thought previously that would get a community day. But then Niantic went ahead and released the shiny all of a sudden, and now we're like all scratching our heads as to what is going on here. Do they have a new formula for community days in 2020, or are they just are they simply going to still release it? What I think is going to happen here is they're not going to just release Shiny Gible and that's it. There's no way. That thing is way too rare. And what is really upsetting a lot of people is the fact that they released a Shiny, and now more than likely it's not going to get a community day. What's the big deal? Well, it's so rare. We were looking forward to seeing it on a community day to catch a bunch. We're not, you know, the Shiny's great, cool. I mean, Garchomp Shiny doesn't really look different, too much different. But we're looking forward to catching Gibles and stacking up those candies. But now they released the Shiny, and what I think, now let's get to it, is we're going to have some sort of possibly raid day in which, I don't know if they'll do Gible. They might do just straight up Garchomp with a new move. It's really hard to tell. Maybe this is it. Maybe they'll have a hatchathon. Increased chances of Gibles in 5 and 10-kilometer eggs or something like that, or maybe in an appearance in 7-kilometer eggs. But for now, yeah, you can go ahead and make your Garchomps. I mean, don't make a full team or anything. If you have the resources, or if you want to, then hey, by all means, feel free. But it's a pretty safe bet now. And if they still do drop the community day, what are they doing over there at Niantic headquarters? Really, they need to communicate a little bit better and not leave us in the dark. I mean, it's good to have surprises, but this is a lot of candies and a lot of time invested for powering up Garchomps, and then if it gets a new move that we cannot TM into, well, that's bad news bears, right? Anyways, thank you for watching, trainers. If you did enjoy this video, please give it a big thumbs up, and I will be keeping you up to date on everything Pokemon Go, as well as my adventure here. Look forward to the Power Conqueror coming out very soon. Catch you all next time, and take care.